Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. My name is Angel. I've been in the practice of holding more space for my natural soul's expression, and I invite you to come along with me. Um, it's been a really great day coming off of yesterday's high of really feeling the magnetism in my body from just being in alignment and really practicing that each day. I I got to host a couple of things today and it happened. I was seen for my natural self. I was seen, I was appreciated. All the things that my people pleasy version of self, or, ultimately, let me get quiet. I'm sorry. I should get quiet before I press record on these things because this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I want to try to articulate this properly. When there are inadequacies or inconsistencies or incongruence of any kind within the mind, the body, and the spirit, the symptoms can manifest as people pleasing, perfectionism, performance, and essentially the umbrella term that comes to mind is self-abandonment. Now that I have really been intentional about achieving the opposite of self-abandonment, being completely with myself, um, through multiple layers of inner work, that older version of myself is now getting what she's always wanted, but it had to start here. I'm hearing that, and I can actually see it in my mind's eye, being told when I was younger, you have so much potential, you're going places, you're this, you're that. People saw in me the magic all along. But because I couldn't see me, I was self-abandoning. I couldn't see myself, and none of it meant anything. The compliments, it doesn't matter. The goodness that people wanted to give to me. None of it really landed because there was nothing to hold it. I didn't have literally the capacity to hold the goodness. So that's been my life's work. I can see it clear now. Granted, the work started off as a form of like wanting to fix myself or erase myself and build somebody brand new. But now that I'm with myself, sorry, the microphone, with myself, um, now it's now it's a work of self-love and worthiness and joy to go after the callings of the heart. It's it's just interesting. It's just interesting because now being seen in all my natural, genuine authenticity, being appreciated, being invited into spaces that I never thought I could enter. Not only does it land more, not only does it land, period, but it is now, I'm at a point in the journey where it's now just collected as evidence of a confirmation of the truth. I've always been worthy. You have always been worthy. We have always been worthy of a life that we do not have to run, numb, hide from. It's weird. Huh. It's weird because I can feel the ego kind of want to spruce up. Yeah, but I made these mistakes in my life. Yeah, but I've done this. Or, yeah, but my mom used to say this. And yes, I have these beliefs and these inadequacies and I feel broken. And trust me, I know the one. And it's bullshit. I'm starting to see that when you build capacity within your nervous system and your life, it's not about erasing you. You're not broken. You don't need fixing. You don't need rushing. You don't need changing. It's about creating capacity to invite all versions of you to enjoy the show and live this life alongside you. The wounded inner child who feels like you fucking left her. The future self that's like so confident and has this inner knowing and belief in you. And then you, who's just here on this flying rock in space trying to figure it out, one decision at a time. Self trust is possible. Inner safety is possible. And imagine what you can accomplish or create or fulfill if you just had a little more self trust and self safety. I'm trying to imagine while I'm trying to accomplish, and it's all turning out better than I can even imagine. I can't help but this feeling of internal alignment and calm and confidence and clarity is the highest form of rebellion today. All the worries of the world, political, economic, all the worries of the world, all the division, all the separation. Being our natural, authentic expression is not only the highest form of rebellion, but I might even wager that it's the highest form of service and help that we can give our fellow humans. Regulating my nervous system every day has proven to be one of the greatest gifts I can not only give myself, but give others. It's so fascinating, truly fascinating to watch the energetics of people, places, and things around me shift and change, and whether it settles into a safety or triggers them into something else. It's pretty cool. Sorry, I stuttered just now, but only because I had a really great meditation this morning, and then I went and I sat out in the sun. And I had seen these videos of people talking to like trees and asking branches and leaves, like, hey, can you come to my shoulder? Can you just tap me on the shoulder? And like, it took some time, but the tree would gradually just come and sit on the shoulder. So I don't know what prompted me to do this, but I was just basking in the sun before I had to start my day. And I walk over to the fig tree. We have a fig tree in the backyard. And I just greeted it. I was like, hi, how are you today? I like to ask things that can't talk, that babies, animals, plants. How are you? You having a good day? So I got, kind of close and I said, "Hey, is there any way that you can?" Oh, and it was my hand. I said, "Can you just reach out and touch my hand?" It took about 5 minutes, but as I was just breathing and being extremely open and patient and, really focused on having my energy be in the receptive mode, slowly but surely, it touched my hand. I was baffled. I was baffled. I was baffled. I still am. I still don't even know because I want to know, like, what can I do with that power? Is there any good that I can do with that power? But it's not even about the tree. Because later on, I tried it and it was already kind of close to. I was like, "Do you want to give me a hug? Touch my chest?" And then sure enough, it came here. It was amazing. It was absolutely incredible. But it's not about how can I speak to trees. That's fucking cool. Don't get me wrong. I think we're nature, and to be able to communicate with nature is amazing. New skill unlocked. Cool. It's not about the fucking tree. It's about how do I embody that version of me more often than not? Who did I have to be for that tree to respond that way? I had to be calm. I had to be a clear channel. I had to be patient. I had to be grounded. I had to be vibrating at love, right? I had to be inviting, not demanding, right? I mean, and the list goes on. What do you need to be to gain the trust of a baby, to gain the trust of a maybe not a baby, but a puppy or a dog, a big dog, right? Like I think if people ask themselves that a little more often, who do I need to be to da 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 da? I won't get into it, but how can I say this properly? Anywhere that there is any kind of division or discourse in the world, if people just took a step back and asked themselves who they needed to be to make harmony, peace, and divine connection, things would shift. Who do I need to be? How do I need to be energetically in order to promote peace, connection, and harmony? It's very opposite of what's going on. You did this, they are this, and we are that, and blah, 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 blah. How's that working out? Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. Why am I not going to get into it? Because I truly believe that everybody plays a different part in everything. And where I know my place to be, and I'm fine with it, I love it, is tending to the people. So what comes to my mind eye is like this matriarch back at the village tending to the children and the people who are around. And there are, everybody's going to play a different role in all of it. There's going to be I have a girlfriend that I really see as like a disruptor, right? Someone who has you questioning what's behind the veil, someone who loves to make her own way in the world and show you that it's fucking possible to live right by you and go after all of your dreams. Right. I have a couple journalist gal pals who really love to inform and evoke awareness and evoke, actual critical thinking about what the hell's going on in the world. Right. And then I have a few pals that go out and actually do the picketing and the protesting. I was going to say riots, but they've all been really peaceful, so that's not fair. But they go out into the protests and they do the chanting. I have other people who are calling the representatives every hour on the hour. I have other people who are teachers and coaches and leaders, mothers, fathers, yoga instructors, meditation facilitators, retreat hosts. We all play a different part. And so that's why I don't necessarily want to give power to the disconnects, to the discourse, and give my opinion and my 2 cents as to it's all bullshit anyway. It's all keeping us away from our authentic soul expression. That's why I'm so passionate about giving that more power. If the dark side can be so loud and so powerful, then voices like this need to speak up more. Take it back to the very first YouTube I ever posted, you know? All right. I can't even remember what we were talking about. I'm gonna get quiet and see if there's anything else here for us. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to be absolutely honest with yourself. That's the only way that you're going to get the assistance, the love, and the care that you actually need to be whatever your version of successful is. Now's not the time to put up a front. Confirmation, my alarm's going off. Now's not the time to continue to put up a front and, and but baby, you are so fucking special. You have a place here. There's so much love and acceptance for you here. Have a great rest of your day.